probably one of the world's ugliest men, and he's my great-great-grandfather's first cousin, James Watt, and I aspire. But so does this band. They've come around the world to live in Glasgow, and they've come all the way around the world to perform at the 49th Port Fairy Folk Festival. And even though they've been here since Thursday, they're still suffering badly from jet lag, which I thought 2 or 3 Guinness could cure that, but apparently not. So, but it's going to be great to introduce, we've got Jack, we've got Patty and Jack and Andrew and Aaron all the way from Glasgow. And I think they didn't want to say that they're performing at the Blue Mountains Festival after this, and they'll be at the Brunswick Ballroom coming up to, that's a plug for Will Ewing, and also some gigs in Sydney too. But after this morning, they'll be in the merch tent doing signings from 12:30. It's a great pleasure for the 49th Port Fairy Folk Festival, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce Dallahan.
How's it going? It's nice to see you, Port Fairy. Good morning. It is still the morning, isn't it? Yeah. Just. How's the heads? Anyone up too late? Too scared to talk about it? That's alright, we'll fix you. Or make it worse. We're Dallahan. It's very, very nice to see you. This is our second gig of our 5-week tour in Australia. So thank you for being here for it. We came here about 2 years ago to Australia, and it was one of the best tours we've ever done. The response that Australia gave us was amazing, and we've been trying very hard to come back ever since, and here we bloody are. So we're very, very happy. We're going to give you a little song. This is from our newest album, Speak of the Devil, and this is a song for a hero of mine called Laurie Lee. If you've not heard of him, he was an English writer, and he kind of he made a name for himself, I think kind of in the 1960s, middle of the 20th century anyway, and he wrote this autobiographical trilogy, and the first one is him sort of growing up as a kid in the Cotswolds in the south of England, and the second one, which is the one I read, this is where he leaves home, and it's called As I Walked Out One Midsummer Morning, and he leaves his mum's house, but she gives him cheese, which is it's of zero consequence to the story really, but it's stuck in my mind anyway. Off he goes with his cheese, and he decides to go to Spain. That's kind of just where he goes on foot. You know, it's the 1930s, so he's got no car. He just travels on foot, and it's just a very romantic story, coming of age. He travels around Spain playing the fiddle. He's a fiddle player, so he goes around busking. You know, he visits lots of pubs and drinks lots of pints, and he sleeps with lots of people. He has lots of love affairs. I was about 17 when I read that book, so you can imagine the effect it had on me. I tried to model my life on his. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. One of them's cheese. At least one, yeah. So this is a song for him and his travels, and it's called Rude Spanish Soil. And you have to remember there's a looming civil war in Spain at the time that he's traveling around, which kind of sets the tone. So this is it.